when they come in my chair, I'm trying to win them over.
Okay.
So it might be an hour because our conversations get intense. They really do. So I am not just a barber. I'm a real life therapist. I am a fashion consultant. I am a confidant. So for me, I feel like I can charge what I feel I'm worth because I'm giving that client that experience 100%. Welcome to another episode of More Than a Barber. I am your host, AP. And listen, this is a podcast where we help inspiring barbers transform their careers by giving them value content. Listen, I am excited because we're building such a community that's going to change the game for inspiring barbers. So listen, do me a favor, share this. Make sure you also subscribe to the link down below. We have exclusive content coming soon. But today I got a great episode, but I got my co-host. What's up, Mo?
What's going on, AP?
I'm good. Well, you look fresh.
I try to do what I do, bring a little sunshine into the room.
Well, for sure you did that today.
Okay,
you executed.
I appreciate it.
Look nice.
Thank you.
What you wearing? What you got on?
Oh, just a little fluff.
Little fluff,
just
fluff,
a little fluff, just a little something to make your day, a little cloud in the sky.
Look fresh. I mean, your fit kind of fit what we gonna be talking about today. But I mean, before we get into it, just kind of tell me what's been going on.
Oh,
I
man.
ain't seen you in a minute.
I know. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
You were out in Vegas.
Listen.
Hey, that red suit.
Listen.
That red suit.
Was it all right?
Ooh.
Listen.
It was hidden, AP.
I don't bring it out too much. But I'm like you want to do. I kind of try to do
yeah. You was doing it.
Appreciate it. I was, I was in Vegas. And the funny thing is we were out there everywhere we went. Mm-hmm. They thought I was a celebrity.
Come on, you are.
I was like, yo, you try to tell me something? They were like, what you do? And I always lead with, I'm a professional barber.
Right.
I always lead with that. But more importantly, we was in Vegas. It was my first time going to Vegas.
Really?
First time going to Vegas. I'm from Cali, but believe it or not.
Never been to Vegas.
Never been to Vegas.
The crazy thing is when I go to Vegas, I sleep. One is hot. Hot. It's hot. So I get up early. I do brunch. I sit by the pool. And then I'm inside.
Well, I can understand. It is hot. But this go round, it was hot, but the wind was kind of, it was a little cool. The sun was out. Let me tell you something. When they say what goes on in Vegas, stay in Vegas.
I've been in Vegas a couple of times.
Oh my goodness.
I ain't bring no stories.
Listen, I'm like, it goes down up here.
No, yeah.
Vegas was a place. So I had a really good birthday. Ended up celebrating. Went to the Gordon Ramsay Steakhouse. Ooh. Had that Wagyu
big
steak.
Money.
I mean,
big money.
You only celebrate like that once a year. Come on, Mo,
I ain't mad at it.
Nah, you can't be. Helicopter ride.
I saw you.
You saw me? Looked like I was flying a helicopter.
I said, look at AB.
I was scared. Man, I'm scared of heights. So I'm up here. Yeah, I'm up in the helicopter. I'm like, oh my God, praying. Lord, please let me live one more year. But it was great. It was a good time. It was a really good time. Food, vibe. It was great. Mm-hmm. You could really spend a lot of money out there.
No, you definitely can't. Even if you don't gamble, you can spend a lot of money.
I mean, it's like we walked through I think it's called the Bellagio.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that hotel is
yes.
I said, man, these people this is pure wealth.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you look in, it got the blue sky all in it. I mean, it's a different experience.
Oh yeah, I understand that.
It's a y'all. Mo tapping her finger. I got you. We're gonna let that stay in Vegas. So yeah, we're gonna let that because I'm like the whole experience really had me like, this is my new favorite vacation spot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't been to too many places, but outside of San Diego and Vegas, those are my top two right now.
Okay, yeah. When you do Vegas one more time, you're gonna be pretty much done. Unless it's like a major event going down
Okay.
in Vegas, it's
That
a
makes
fight or
sense.
something like that, then it's always a good time.
So you went when
But
it was a fight?
I was just dibbling dabbling, in the city.
Y'all hear her? Y'all hear her? we got some live folks, so we got too much going on at the same time. But it is, I can only imagine.
No, yeah. When you go when it's an event, then it's other things to do.
Mm-hmm.
And you just fly in and fly out. I just come in, come out, 24 hours.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I'm returning back.
So like for me, one of the things that I saw that was a game changer.
Okay.
So on the corner of the Water Show,
okay,
where the Bellagio, and I think the Caesar's Palace, they had, it's nighttime.
Okay.
And so they had these young ladies out there.
Oh, yes.
And I had never seen it like this. And I'm like, yo, they got a whole business plan going on.
You ain't never seen it? You could go on, what's the street here in Dallas?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
But this was different.
Okay, yeah.
This was more of a professional.
Oh, yeah.
They were dressed the part, if you will.
Yes.
And they was tearing them drunk guys up.
Tearing them up.
I said, oh my God, it's a whole business.
Oh.
There's a whole business. And so I'm looking and I said, well, this kind of, the way they were dressed kind of leads to, what we're going to be talking about today. and so, Bo, I think it was 2 weeks ago, I posed on Instagram because that now I'm on this quest of getting information that I, in fact, want to give to inspiring barbers.
Okay.
Right. So I posed a question. Should barbers dress professionally every single day? What you think?
I think professionalism is in the eye of the beholder. That's number one. What are we saying professional is? What is professional dress? You know what I'm saying? I think there's a way to be professional. There's a way to be comfortable and then still get the job done. And those two have to marry up hand in hand.
I like it.
Yeah.
So I guess for me, I've been in the game for a very long time.
Yes, you have.
And I've come to a point to where it all depends on what that particular barber is trying to accomplish. For example, I remember when I first got to this location, I had the button down with the logo because I was trying to attract a certain clientele.
Okay.
But I noticed after a while, my attire started to shift.
And why is that?
I feel like, just to keep it a buck, I got comfortable.
Okay.
Not in the sense of me being raggedy, of course.
No,
right?
I ain't never seen you raggedy now.
But it's like, I was more or less like comfortable in the sense of the button downs are, because it gets so hot out here, it get crazy hot, and then secondly, it's like, you want to be comfortable when you cut. And so for me, I think professionalism depends on the barber. It depends on who is, in fact, behind the chair trying to accomplish whatever goal.
Right.
So check out some of the comments.
Ooh, let's see what the people had to say.
First of all, this is 64,000 views.
Ooh, a lot of people had something to say about that.
A lot of people had something to say.
What they say?
150 comments. So here's what I noticed before I tap into.
Okay.
I'm almost at 6,000 followers. Ever since I hit 5K, people been coming for me in the comments. I don't know.
Come on now.
Bro, I don't know.
What they got to say?
They talking about your haircut. They talking about the lineup not being whatever. And so also,
did you go to their page?
I went to their page.
And what they stuff look like? Okay, so is this other barbers or
these are barbers?
These are barbers. Oh, okay.
These are barbers.
This is the friendly competition.
It's a friendly competition, I would say. But here's my thing. Before I get into the comments, here's my thing.
Okay.
Here's what's hurting a lot of barbers. Here's what's hurting a lot of people in life. That the same people that they are hating on are the same people that they should be collaborating with.
Collaboration over competition.
That's it. And I feel like when you come into this space where you feel like a person is doing better than you and what they're producing is better than yours, right? I feel like why not just DM them or why not just tap into their course or whatever they got going and learn from them.
Right.
But for me, I'm like, bro, so I did respond. I've been clapping back.
That clapback game strong.
Man, it's like I ain't never been like this. Like, but man, I've been clapping back.
You can't let them play in your face, though. You cannot let them play in your face.
So I told one guy, I said, my man, I looked at your page and I said, your comment don't match your work.
Right.
Like, I feel as if you should be, learning from me. Not trying to be prideful or arrogant, but man, I can show you something.
Yeah.
So I said, man, your page don't match your comment. I said, I've got a course dropping. I said, make sure you tap it. Right. But I'm like, man, they've been coming for me, Mo. I don't know how to take it. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know how to take it. Some people may say, oh, bro, you tripping. Don't pay attention to this. Don't pay. But when it happens to you.
Yeah, now you got to pay attention. You can't let people play in your face. Because then, you give them an inch, they take them out. And then, the comments get a little bit more disrespectful. And there's friendly competition. And there's some things we can laugh about. But then when it start crossing the line of disrespect, I'm going to check you. Wherever you act up, I'm going to check you.
100%.
You act up in the comments, I'm going to check you in the comments.
I'm going to check you in the comments.
Yeah.
But I'm going to let you know, like, how about this? Let me help you. Let me help you, in a way that I feel like it's going to transform your career. That's like somebody saying, I'm really better than, right now it's the playoffs. And we got the Timberwolves playing the Dallas Mavericks.
Yep.
That's like what happened. Anthony Edwards said that he finna guard Kyrie.
Oh.
Kyrie cooked him. Kyrie let him know, even though you are good, I'm still better than you, but I'm not going to do too much talking. I'm going to show you on the court. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, I'm like, yo, you got to watch what you're saying as a professional barber or even as an inspiring barber. Because for me, there are some barbers you should just be learning from.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So let's get to the comments.
Okay, let's see.
Let's get to the
first comment. What they say?
First comment that I read. I'm not going to say their at name, but basically they're saying, if you dress in a suit and tie and cut my hair, I might walk out. Like,
I can see that because I'm going to be like, nah, you trying a little bit too hard. This probably be your first day on the job.
Might be because you trying to like over. But here's the thing.
You might be trying to overcompensate, you know.
And I think so, but I've seen barbers overseas. They wear a shirt and tie, sleeves rolled up. And honestly, some of the services that I do, in particular, I got that from them guys overseas. Yeah. Hot towel, other services that'll be in the course.
But I think it depends on overseas, like, are they in their own shop? Or are they working with other barbers? Does everybody in the shop look like that? Or does that person just stand out and they're the only one that's doing it?
I think he was more into like a personal suite, but it was huge.
It was huge. Okay.
Yeah, it was huge. And I feel like, I don't know what he charged, but I'm imagining with the services that he really get.
Yeah, you gonna get it.
But I don't know if I can cut in a shirt and tie with my sleeves rolled up.
I think you could.
Every day?
I think you could. I think as long as I think the most important thing is them feet. Because you can't have on no hard bottom shoes all day. Maybe when you're young, but when you get older, that start affecting your knees and your back and everything else. So I think if your shoes are comfortable, everything else, you're not going to have on those super tight, slacks and tight shirt or something like that. But no, I think you can do it.
I may try it.
The women barber,
Okay, so.
The women barbers, they be doing it?
I feel like the female barbers are at an advantage.
Okay.
We talked about this offline, but I don't know if it's fair that female barbers have an advantage because of their assets.
Aesthetics.
Let's say it that way.
But I always tell Aesthetics, yes. The same. I think female barbers show up the same way to their job as they would show up anywhere else, though. I think standard wise, we're held to a different standard of how you guys can come out the house and then how we can come out the house, and it's acceptable.
You think so?
I know so. Yeah. If a woman comes outside the house, I mean, if of course I'm not saying that I think somebody should come out the house with a bonnet on. You know what I'm saying? But if they come out the house and they're wrinkled, that's a different standard than a man that comes out the house wrinkled. We're going to get more criticism for that than say you would get it. So I think the same way that they show up in society when they show up with their girlfriends or they show up going to a restaurant or doing an errand is the same way they're showing up for their job, especially considering they're going to be around males.
Honestly, that it can be a controversial statement because
How?
Mo, I done seen women not look the part, bonnets. You know,
They cut hair?
You're saying walking out the house.
Right.
As I'm just only going off your example.
Right. I'm saying that I'm not saying that's acceptable.
Okay.
I'm saying them walking out the house with a bonnet is not acceptable.
So you don't think it's acceptable?
Hell no. No. Even if I had hair, I'm not walking out the house with it's not acceptable for anybody. And I don't care. They're gonna come for me. It is not acceptable. Coming outside in your pajamas is not acceptable as a grown person.
What if they just run a really quick errand right up the street to...
If you have to get out your car, it is not acceptable. You can, just like you can put on pajama bottoms, you can put on sweatpants and a sweatshirt and some flip-flops. Spray some water on your hair and put it in a ponytail. Ain't nobody saying you got to put edge control or nothing in there, but because I'm gonna tell you, because if you, to me, it might not be true, but if you come outside with a bonnet and all that on, you ain't washed your face, you ain't brushed your teeth, and you ain't washed your butt.
That's your perception.
That's my perception.
So would you go to the coldest barber in the city? Hold on. Right? Let's say I'm out of town and you really need to get cut. I know I'm your barber.
Yes, you are.
I know I'm your barber. But let's say you got to go to an event and the best barber happens to be a female barber. Everybody's raving about her.
Right.
You read the reviews.
Yeah.
But when you show up, she got a bonnet on.
Man, she gonna cut my hair.
See?
Because
that's what I'm saying.
Where I'm trying to go is more important than what she looks like at that moment. But I don't like that. I don't like that.
Is it too hood for you?
It's just we were in the beauty supply store the other day, and whatever side of town, it don't matter. But the lady, she didn't even have on a bonnet, but the hair looked matted. One, it was time for that weave to come out. It was matted. She had on these shorts, Skittles.
Oh,
just
hugging.
It looked like she didn't do personal hygiene. It just didn't look right. Like,
you look like you having a hard time.
Cause it's just, I'm not saying that I come outside put together all the time.
For sure.
But I don't come outside in pajamas. That's what I'm not doing. I'm not coming outside in pajamas. I'm gonna throw on some I may not be matching.
Right.
I don't wash my face. I brush my teeth. I'm going to throw on some sweats. I'm going to throw on a sweatshirt. I'm going to throw on some flip-flops, and I'm going to do what I need to do.
You're going to be put together.
But I'm not putting on no bonnet, and I'm not coming outside in pajamas as a grown woman. It just don't make sense to me. That ain't never right.
And that's perspective.
And I think every grown woman with common sense, I don't care, come for me. Every grown woman with common sense that has some type of standards about themselves would say that. And I'm serious. And people and women that do that, they get mad at us, but it's a way to present yourself. Because when you start doing it, your daughter start doing it. How long does it take to wash your face, brush your teeth, and just throw on some sweats and comb your hair?
Do you think that that's a matter of where you come from?
I don't know what that is.
You know what I mean?
No, because let me tell you, I'm from Houston, Texas, 5th Ward, born and raised. I go from 5th Ward to Greens Point. They call Guns Point. I'm from the hood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Growing up in the 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s, whatever, low income area, we did not come out the house looking like that. Is a new generation thing. My mom never came outside looking like that. My grandmother never came outside looking like that. We didn't come outside looking like that. That's a new generation thing where you think it's okay to put on a bonnet and to show up and go outside with pajamas on. That's new.
Where did that? Is it?
I don't know.
Is it a music video? Is it an artist? Who started this bonnet thing? You know what I mean?
I don't know. I can't even say it's artists because I don't see artists outside. I don't know who started this bunny thing, but they need to be cursed. It's ridiculous. It's crazy.
So that's the standard that you set. Do you think that barbers should set a standard? Because I know that bothers you, the way the woman walks out with the bonnet on. Do you think barbers should have a standard to where, you know, when they come to work, it is, yo, I'm here. I'm here to show up, right?
Yeah.
And when I step in the building, you know, because they say how you dress how you feel. You know, when you look good, you do good, you perform well, that whole piece. But do you think barbers should
Yes.
dress professional?
I think they should dress professional. I've had this happen to me.
Okay.
Before you.
Okay.
I've had barbers. I'm gonna say barbers because and they may have worked out of their shop or they worked out at a home or whatever. And when I show up, and if you're just waking up and then you cutting my hair, you ain't done personal hygiene, you ain't washed your face, you ain't brushed your teeth, you haven't done anything. That's unprofessional because cutting hair is close quarters.
100%.
Like you all up
in
you know what I'm saying?
face,
It's the same way that if your clients show up and their personal hygiene ain't right, you know what I'm saying? You're going to feel some type of way. And I'm sure you've had those clients that show up and they ain't to par. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Exactly.
So in barber school, let me tell you this story. So in barber school, I went to Moeller's Barber College in Sacramento, California. Okay. And in that area, it was predominantly like, it's a mixed culture. Okay. But we had a lot of homeless. And so for the barbers that were already cutting hair prior to barber school, our mindset was, I'm just trying to get my license and get out of here.
Right.
I ain't trying to do all the extra book work if I don't have to. So they would put the clients like coming straight off the street with some of the best barbers. I was in the number.
Okay.
Man, that had to be the most challenging thing because they didn't smell the best, you know. Number two, it's like I couldn't get out of it because they're like, AP, you got to climb up, you know.
Right.
So one of the Hispanic barbers gave me a play.
Okay.
He said, put Noxzema
on your nose.
And your nose. And it worked. But I'm fast forwarding to where we are today. It's like some people really don't take care of themselves. But for me, I'm still going to show up. But regardless of the fact, I feel like I want my client to show up right, just like you want me to show up right. I do believe that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
Yeah.
And so for me, I'm like, okay, when that was the thing at barber school, it was the hardest thing. Could you imagine 45 minutes of that?
I would be sick. I would be sick. Personal hygiene is like, that's one of the...
That's top for you.
Man, that's top for me. Listen, I could not look the part, but I'm listen, sure. My hygiene gonna be good. Don't every time I walk in here, what I smell like.
Man, Mo got the whole studio smelling right. I don't know if it's Baccarat or whatever, but it's good stuff. But that's you. I think that's because it's subjective. Some people feel like, yo, I'm just going up the street to Walmart and I'm gonna wear a bonnet. Some people feel like some dudes feel like I could go real quick. Let me go up to the barber shop or to the beauty supply
and do what? And now
buy something with their PJs on. Now, I've learned, of course, I'm into fashion. I've learned that when I walk into a business with a suit on, the service is subpar. I mean, not subpar, excuse me, but it's phenomenal service.
Okay.
It's phenomenal service.
Okay.
Like, they take care of you. Like,
oh, no.
They take care of you.
Yeah. Because I've shown up, like, I've run to the car dealership, like, look, I just got on some sweats and I ain't do my makeup, I ain't do nothing, but I just threw some sweats on, some flip flops. I'm going up there, I'm trying to handle business, and they kind of like brush you off.
They do.
But when I came back and I was dressed, everybody, oh, can I help? So it's a difference.
Why is that though?
I don't know, because money,
especially in the designer stores.
I don't even go to designer stores like that, because them people in there, they crack me up trying to act like they can't even afford half the stuff that they selling. So I don't even know why they act in any type of way.
Okay, so I'm right there with you. That's why I stopped going to the. If they make me feel like I'm gonna steal something, and I know it could be kind of like a conflict of interest, but for me, I don't want to walk into a store,
right,
where you make me feel like I'm stealing,
exactly,
or I can't afford what I'm looking at. That's the first piece to it.
Okay.
Secondly, when I walk into, like, for instance, we went to I think it was Gucci. No, it was Louis. Went inside of Louis. I don't like when you follow me around like that.
And Louis so regular.
I don't like when you follow me around like that. Like, come on, bro. Like, I get it. People really do steal.
People steal, but they also steal out of $5 and below in Dollar General. That's why they shutting down the stores. I mean, if people gonna steal, it doesn't matter the price. It could be 99 cents. It could be $15,000. There are thieves at every price point.
At every price point. But that's how they. So we're talking about how they make you feel.
Correct.
Right? But it's like, man, I don't want to have to wear a suit to get your respect.
Oh yeah, I'm not doing all that.
I don't want to have to wear something super dope just to get your respect.
Because respect should be given. Until you prove yourself otherwise, then respect should be given. It doesn't matter how I look. It's, if I'm talking to you in a respectful manner and I'm coming to a place of business, then I should be treated as such.
That's a fact.
So what I have on when I'm coming to a business, it's neither here nor there.
I like it.
But when I'm walking to the barbershop, like, I've never seen you any type of way, but because you're into fashion, you know what I'm saying? Right. But it looks comfortable. It's your style, but it's comfortable. It's clean. It looked like you got up, you put an iron to it. Yeah. I think to me, that's professional. Professional means you come to work, you're clean. You know what I'm saying? You don't smell. You did your hygiene.
Right.
That's what it looks like.
Don't realize that your hygiene plays a major part in your overall presentation.
Yeah, I gotta sit here and suffer for 45 minutes and smell you while you cutting my hair. I'm suffering. You should be paying me, and I gotta pay you at the end of this service.
Gotta pay him at the end of the service.
Oh no.
You know what I'm saying? Tell her, hey, what's up?
Ooh. Get away.
Well, you funny. Yo, you funny. But when I made that post, you had so many comments, and they're still coming. I made this post 2 weeks ago.
I mean,
and they still. So look, one guy said, comfort and function. Okay.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yes.
Another guy was saying, yes, we should, especially with the way that we're charging now. Okay. Okay, cool.
Okay, y'all prices be pricing.
Our prices be pricing. Let me just take a pause. We got a few more I'm gonna read. But do you realize that for the first time in the history of the barber industry, that we're just now being paid what we worth? And some may disagree with this, right?
Okay.
But I feel like, or should I say it, for the first time, we are able to charge what we believe we are worth. I think that's a better way to say it.
That's a better way.
Right?
Because there are some barbers that still, gone are the days of, to me, $20 haircuts. I think if you're charging somebody $20, you're unlicensed and you're cutting at your house.
100%.
That's kind of what I think.
100%.
But what's that happy medium where it makes sense? I don't know what that is, because I feel like everybody should charge what they're worth. And then your clients will come to you. Either they can afford you or they can't. See, I'm always one. I can't tell you what to charge, but I can tell you what I'm willing to pay for services. And if I think that I'm getting excellent service, then I'm willing to pay what you charge. But if it's subpar, like, it needs to be right every time, then I'm gonna come in here and I'm,
But there were some non-barbers in the comments. And they were like, basically saying what you're saying. If y'all are charging what y'all charging, y'all should be dressing the part.
What
right?
your dress have to do with the cut?
Well, the reason why they're saying that, this is just my opinion.
Okay.
The reason why they're saying that is because some are offended at the price points. Now, this is what, when I go and speak at barber schools, so on and so forth, salons, all that, barbers are the first point of contact. Funerals, weddings, prom.
Yeah.
You see these prom send-offs these days?
Ooh, come on, Miami.
I mean, I'm like, these prom send-offs is crazy, right?
They crazy, yeah.
Like we are the first point of contact. So much so that we have to adjust our price points because customers who are not aware, they try to take advantage of us. So I think that some barbers should be charging premiums.
So let me ask you this, and this is just my question. A typical haircut lasts about, someone is in your chair about how long?
For me, 45, maybe 50 minutes.
So 45, 50 minutes for a haircut. Is that just a haircut? Does that include like a beard as well?
Okay, so can I stop you really quick?
Yes.
All right. So when you come to me, number one, it's an experience. And I'm not just saying that. I really mean that.
Okay.
One, I'm going to give you an incredible conversation.
Okay.
I'm going to find something, and I'm going to help some inspiring barbers. I'm going to really help you here.
Okay.
I'm going to find something that I feel this client is giving me from his mouth, something that he's talking about. I'm going to find something to talk about.
Okay.
Boom, it's up.
Okay.
He might say, yeah, man. He might talk about his wife so much that I'll be like, hey, man, how long have you been married? That's my cue.
Okay.
Or he might say, man, I love to travel. Man, what are some places that you've traveled to that you think or suggest I travel? Because I don't travel that much.
Okay.
I'm finding something that we can build a conversation, because ultimately, when they come in my chair, I'm trying to win them over.
Okay.
So it might be an hour because our conversations get intense. They really do. So I am not just a barber. I'm a real life therapist. I am a fashion consultant. I am a confidant. So for me, I feel like I can charge what I feel I'm worth because I'm giving that client that experience. 100%.
Okay. So what if a client say, I ain't here to pay for your conversation and your fashion. I'm here to pay for your haircut. And I'm just playing devil.
That's fine.
I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Are they physically saying that?
Well, no, but I mean, they're looking at your price point and they're questioning your price point. They're saying, well, and just based off the conversation, I don't care about your fashion.
Yeah.
I don't care about your conversation.
Yeah.
I care about the haircut.
Okay. Well, it all depends.
Okay.
You obviously, you know the price point before you walk into the shop.
Before you walk through the shop. Okay.
I'm appointment only. I'm not a walk-in barber. I've been blessed to get to this point.
Right.
So if a person walks in and say, hey, man, how much do you charge? It's kind of like going to the designer store and saying, how much is this purse? It's offensive to them.
Right.
If you have to ask,
you can't afford it. So, and I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm saying if the industry standard is saying this is going to be the standard for barbers across the board, the minimum that we're charging is $40 and up, right?
Yeah.
Some are $50 and up. So what they're saying is I'm basically getting the same haircut. Nothing changed from when you were charging $30, $40, $50. We understand that inflation, your prices have to go up.
For sure.
We definitely understand that. But if that's the industry standard, then what am I getting? I guess, am I paying for inflation? Am I paying because you decide to move on this side of town and you have a higher booth space? Or am I paying for your, same thing they talk about pastors. I ain't paying for your lifestyle. People have questions when it comes to when they see your price point go up, and people want to know, well, why is your price point going up? Because I'm paying for the haircut, not necessarily your lifestyle. Because people will start questioning, okay, well, AP went and got a new house. AP went and got a new car. AP is in Vegas taking trips. My haircut paying for that.
Yeah.
People
They start doing that.
Watching.
Well, they do that.
Yeah.
Do you know that? So I owned the shop for 8 years, and that barbershop taught me how to move. I was young.
Right.
I had 8 chairs, 7 barbers, paying a certain price point every single week.
Right.
I think at the time it was $150.
Okay.
So if I pulled up and designed, there was a barber. This is a true story. I had a barber who didn't speak to me this particular day because I wore a pair of designer shoes to work.
Okay.
He had a pair that I liked. One of the clients blessed me with a pair. Same pair he had, but it's just a different color.
Right.
And he didn't speak to me the whole time. I'm the owner. I'm creating opportunities.
Right.
So that taught me you cannot let everybody in on what you buy, what you just purchased. That's why I really don't believe in, yo, check me out. I just bought a new whip or I just bought a new house. Like for me, I feel like you can bring more damage to yourself, unnecessary damage.
Oh yeah, I'm a silent mover.
You have to be.
You know I'm a silent.
You legit have to be.
I'm a silent mover, honey.
Check this out.
You would never see me with anything that clothing wise that screams this is designer. They have logos. I don't like, number one, I don't like that anyway, because it look like you just pulled it off the mannequin and you don't know how to put your stuff together. But that's just not me. And it could very well be designer. I can very well have on a $5,000 pair of glasses, but it doesn't have logos on it, and you would never know. You know what I'm saying?
Unless you into fashion.
Unless you're into fashion. Right. I can very well have a $1,500 perfume on.
You do, because it smells like it's $1,500.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm into things that it just look regular. You know, you may say, oh, she can put some clothes together, but it ain't got not one designer name on it that you would know.
You have to move like that, and you have to really be careful. That's why I'm into helping inspiring barbers, because the lessons that I've learned over the years within the barber industry, 100% is going to help those coming behind me. The number one reason why I'm not going to say most, some people fail is because of their pride. Is because of, they do what they see other people doing. I've learned not to post a lot of my wins until later on. It got to be next year sometime, 2 years from now.
Yeah, it's kind of like posting vacation pics. You don't post them while you're still there. 100%. You post them. You went there 2 months ago. That's you right. back.
I got back and then I post Vegas. So much so, some clients thought I was still gone. They was trying to cancel their appointment.
I don't think that I ever post vacation pictures.
You did that with your birthday too. You're right.
You posted after. Like a month after, and it was just a plate saying happy birthday, and it was me there with my homegirls. None of my homegirls was in the picture. It was just happy birthday, and people assumed I was on a date and everything else. I ain't went on no date.
It kind of looked like it though. It kind of looked like it, but I understand.
Me and my girls. There was 4 of us. We went. My girls took me out, had a great dinner, came home.
But the thing is, that also applies to really everything.
Yeah.
You move in silence until it's time to announce whatever your win is. I heard a guy, I think Anthony O'Neill.
Okay.
The other day I was listening to his podcast, and one of the things he said was he bought a 6-figure vehicle.
Ooh.
And was scared to post it because of what
people would assume.
What people would assume.
Yeah.
And he's in certain circles that, he didn't want people to feel away. So, it's like that though.
It can be like that, but that means you're in the wrong circle. For me, that's my feeling. Because if you're in a circle where people are getting jealous and they're questioning, then you're in the wrong circle. That means you've outgrown that circle.
I agree.
I need to be in circles where this is a norm. It's a norm for people to show up with 6 feet. I drive a 6 feet.
Yeah, I know. But Mo, everybody's not going to be happy for what you drive, what you wear, even if you're not in the wrong circle, even if they don't belong, they still, even if they see you from afar.
Yeah, everybody's not happy for you, but I don't care.
Okay, how do you handle jealousy? How do you handle it?
Can I tell you, I said this and I'm so serious. If somebody is jealous of me, if somebody is hating on me, I don't even know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea. If somebody dislike me, I don't even know who they are.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is it
I
because
don't
of
know because
you know,
I'm like this.
I got you.
I have tunnel vision. I'm not worried about anybody to the left or to the right of me.
Mm-hmm.
That means if you're jealous of me, that means you're not in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
That means I'm doing better than you. And then
It's kind of like they don't exist.
they don't exist to me.
Yeah.
I really don't. If I don't, it just don't exist to me.
It is so much jealousy flying around today. I'm just saying that.
It very well could. I'm telling
is,
you,
though.
It
It
could
is.
be. And I'm telling you, my world and what I do and the people that I'm around is so small that it doesn't even exist to me. I'm doing great things over here. You know what I'm saying?
sure.
And so if you're jealous, I ain't got time for that.
For sure.
I really don't. So for me, how I handle it, they don't exist to me. They don't exist to me.
got you.
I'm over here being a whole brilliant and genius and
You are.
you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't matter to me. The same way with you. People that are jealous of you are doing worse than you. That means you're doing something that they aspire to do. And instead of asking the question, they're hating.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for
Ask
sure.
the question. Because there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, you know what? I'm struggling with this. How do you do this?
Yeah.
That's an easy ask.
Some people live, especially barbers.
Mm-hmm.
Some barbers live in an invisible prison where they won't allow their pride is so through the roof that they won't give themselves permission to ask another barber who's killing it, how did you do this?
So they just around here messing up people's heads. You know what I'm saying? You just around here messing up people's head because you won't ask the question. You know what I'm saying?
And they may not even be messing people's heads up. Maybe they're limiting their growth.
They're limiting their growth.
Right?
They're limiting their income.
Their income because they are not allowing themselves to say, yo, my guy over here or the female barber over there, whomever, is killing it in their lane, that I want to do what they're doing rather than asking them. You just emulate from afar. I'm going to tell you what it's like. It's like a lot of men do this, including myself.
Oh, what y'all do?
I'm about to tell you. It's like buying a entertainment center that you have to assemble, that you have to put together.
Okay.
What we do is we take it out of the box and we start putting the pieces together.
Don't even read the
but we don't read the instructions, right? Just like barbers.
Yeah.
The instructions is if he or she has the game, ask them so that we can give it to you.
AP, let me tell you something. In the last month, so I feel so you know what I'm creating.
Yep.
In order for me, so I use social media as a masterclass. I sit and I watch for hours. There are people that can sit and watch social media to hate. And there's people like me who sit and watch social media to learn. It is a masterclass for me.
Good, Mom.
I sit because of what I've invented. I sit and I've studied braiders for the last year. And in studying braiders for the last year, the ones that were at the highest level, they start offering courses. If you want to learn how to stitch braid, you want to learn how to do box braids, you want to learn how to do boho braids, you want to do faux locks, they start offering courses from $25 to $200. I bought every course.
Whoa.
Because it's a master class.
Whoa.
I'm trying to come up with an invention that's going to benefit you in a field that I'm not in.
Right.
But in order to master that, I have to buy into it. Wow. I ask questions. I'm in their forums. I got into a course. I paid $79 to learn how to stitch braid, I think. She created a community. In that community, you get to ask questions.
Wow.
You get to post, hey, I did this. What do y'all think about this? And then everybody comes in and say, hey, well, maybe you should do this. Maybe you should use this comb. Maybe you should use this product. Wow. I'm in there getting game.
So you're saying You don't got time to be doing the
don't
other stuff.
I don't have time to hate because I'm trying to learn. There's no ego when it comes to me learning. I'm in a master class. Barbers like yourself, you're a master class for barbers that are coming up just trying to get where you are, and you're willing to give them to game. Whether it's for a price or whether it's for free, you're sharing that information.
Yeah.
So it's your job, instead of hating, it's your job to buy into that information.
I like it.
Like I tell you, I have no problem sitting at the feet of greatness. I'm trying to learn.
Wow.
So I've invested in the last year. I've invested in so many braiders. I want your course. I want the information, because every braider uses the same comb. Guess what I want them to do?
Buy yours.
I want them to buy my comb when it comes out. I'm trying to shut down the market on a comb. All I'm using the same comb.
Let me ask you the question, because you're on the road. Let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Is it a mindset that we have to have that buys into, man, I want to check out all these different courses? Because I think it's different for what it is that, obviously you're in the hair industry now, right?
Yeah.
But is barbers don't think like that. A lot of them, let me say that.
You know why? Because it's male dominated and y'all lead with y'all egos. That's why women, we can go further, faster, because our egos don't get in the way. We actually have a sisterhood where y'all don't have a brotherhood, where y'all willing to put your egos to the side and ask a question, where women, we're willing to create that sisterhood and ask questions. Girl, let me show you how to do this. There's no ego, because we're trying to get to the money. My ego is not going to get in the way of me asking a question. It's a mindset. I have no problem investing into a $25 course that's going to bring me millions of dollars.
Wow.
Why would I? If males would put their ego to the side, y'all could be so much further along. But y'all come in here just all this bravado. Just calm down.
And that's what started in the comments. It was low key, like not a beef in the comments,
barber beef,
but like a barber beef, like or just guys pride, ego.
It's pride and ego, right? Yeah.
And it's so unfortunate that we are, and to a degree, are behind, because there is communities. But I think what I've learned is, as long as we are both on the same page, we can really do some things. We could really be solid. We could really be friends, whatever. But the moment somebody starts to outshine, outclimb, right? And in the Bible, there's a scripture that says, study to show thyself approved. I used to think that was just for people in church that are in the pulpit, that are whatever. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
But if we take the time to study where you want to go. I'm on this quest right now. I bought this book the other night. It's from poverty to riches.
Okay.
I'm on this quest on studying wealth. That's where I'm at. Yeah. I said I'm going to take the next 24 months to study wealth, ins and outs. So we're past the Think and Grow Rich. We're past the, Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor. We're past that. That's like, to me, that's the entry level. But there's other books that we can read to get us there, right?
Yeah.
But I'm saying all of that to say, a lot of barbers don't want to take the time to make the investment. So I'm finna ride someone else's wave.
It's like continuing education. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Once you finish barber school, there's continuing education. Otherwise, you stay stagnant.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So if you have your license now, okay, I have my license. I'm in the shop. I'm growing my clientele. I have some momentum. Now I'm trying to get to the next level. Who do I go to?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now you go to somebody like yourself who's been in the game for a while, that's willing to give the information.
Yeah.
And information you have to pay for.
You gotta pay for it. You know what's crazy? I had another post that went crazy, went viral. 300,000.
Ooh.
Right? Almost at 400,000.
Come on, 300,000.
Right. And in the comments, other barbers are asking me, what am I using? I have equipment in the shop that I'm using, right? A gang of cats. Hey, what you using? What you using? What you using? Then I had another barber say, hey, man, he asked you what you using. He trying to punk me in the comments.
Plain in your face.
Right? I'm like, bro, no one who you think you talking to. That's first thing.
Okay.
That's who you think you talking to.
Check your tone.
Number two, the game is to be sold.
People want everything for free. I'm so tired of that. You have to pay for stuff.
You have to.
If you want it for free, you know what? Just scroll through social media and hope you come on something. Versus paying, getting an investment, and stop wasting time.
Because
you know what I'm saying?
Time is of the essence.
Time
That's
is of
right.
the essence, and time is money. You're trying to get free information, and you have to scroll for hours and weeks and months and maybe years to get that one piece of information. You pay $200. You make $200 what that day?
You're gonna make the
You've
money.
gotten your investment
You're
back.
gonna make the money, and that's what I share with them. I said, listen, I'm going to give you this course, not give, but you're gonna buy into this course where I'm gonna literally show you step by step what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and the equipment that I'm using.
Mm-hmm.
And I guarantee you this is going to transform your career. 100%.
There's people willing to invest, and there's people that's going to sit on the sideline, and they still going to be sitting on the sideline a year from now talking about woulda, shoulda, coulda, and they're going to be hating in the comments. Meanwhile, those people that made the investment have went on to do bigger and better things.
Listen, you got to make the investment.
I'm always pay. Baby, I will tap that card. So I will tap that card. I will ask questions. I want the information, and I want it now. Send the invoice. That's me.
And I think that's why you are tapping into what you're tapping into.
Yeah.
You're getting ready to. It's groundbreaking.
Man, listen, I'm about to pay an invoice tonight.
You about to pay an
I'm
invoice?
about to pay an invoice tonight.
Yeah.
You know, listen.
To all of my inspiring barbers that are watching this episode, I'm telling you, make the investment in yourself. I'll say it this way. Invest in yourself in an expensive way, and the return will be life-changing. This has been another episode of More Than a Barber. Mo, I appreciate you showing up.
It's always a great time.
Appreciate you showing up.
Anytime.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Hey, yo, check this out. If you like this episode, do me a favor. Make sure you subscribe down below. We got amazing content coming your way. Stay tuned for more. Let's go.